History is not a burden on the memory, but an illumination of the soul. Well, here's the catch. 70% of global history curriculum focuses predominantly on wars, conflicts, and invasions, leaving out the rich and transformative history that shaped civilizations. Wars, and even more wars. Imagine I've met you today for the first time, and I introduce myself to you by listing all the fights I've ever had. Hi, my name is Avni. I lost 3 arguments with my mom today and also was defeated in a volleyball match. Would you want to be friends with me? Probably not. Last summer, I got the epic chance to visit this place called Pavankind, where a small troop of Maratha soldiers fought till their very last breath just to safeguard the life of their leader. Standing there and looking at the memorials, I thought, why am I not learning this in my history textbooks? Instead, I'm only learning about who defeated who. Later on, I went home. I went through my elder brother's history textbook. Well, he's older. He must be learning the better stuff, right? But no, the same wars, the same conflicts, in the teeniest bit of more detail. That's when it hit me. History, as it's taught globally, feels like attending a party where everyone only talks about the fights. No one praises who built the house, cooked the food, or invented the music system. Here's the thing. History needs to be taught as a testament to the achievements of the people who came before us. Yet, for students nowadays, it doesn't go past being a tale of enslavement and oppression. From the foundational age of 11 or 12, we've been introduced to a narrative that's been dominated by these negative influences. For example, us Indian children, we begin learning history in the 6th grade, sometimes even before that. And all we ever learn about is how the Mughals ruled over us or how the Britishers enslaved us. This leaves us feeling as though we lack a deeper heritage, as if our past has nothing more to offer than defeat and despair. Here's the thing. History needs to be taught as a source of pride, not just as a source of pain, a positive force that encourages us, not just discourages us. The first thing I'd like to talk to you about today is Ayurveda. It's not just something you'd hear your grandma talk about. It's a masterclass in holistic healthcare. Recently, I visited Kerala, and over there, I visited the lush spice gardens, and I was surrounded by plants such as turmeric, neem, and ashwagandha. And over there it was that I realized Ayurveda is a living and breathing science. Let's take turmeric, for example. Turmeric, as mentioned as early as the 4th century, has been labeled as a powerful antibacterial and anti-inflammatory agent in most of the ancient Indian texts. Fast forward to 2012, Harvard released a groundbreaking study confirming these properties of turmeric and also recording a 30% reduction of the risk of chronic diseases through turmeric. Cool, right? So while Harvard does deserve a nod for confirming this science, we've been living this science for centuries. This isn't about just reclaiming our heritage. It's also about reimagining healthcare today. Picture this. Schools teaching Ayurveda as a fusion of subjects like history, biology, and chemistry. Students could not only learn the medicinal properties, but also how it could be inculcated in today's curriculum through modern-day science. The life skill you get from this? Holistic thinking and sustainable problem solving. I know I sound like a grandma right now, so let's move on to something else. Let me take you a little further back in time. Let's talk about Chanakya and his timeless leadership principles. He was known for 3 guiding questions he had. He wanted a person to ask themselves these 3 questions before starting any new task. Why am I doing this? What could go wrong? And how can I succeed? Leaders like Mr. Ratan Tata embodied these principles perfectly. When he envisioned the Tata Nano, his why was clear: to make cars accessible to every Indian family. His what could go wrong helped him foresee challenges such as the cost and the logistics. And his how can I succeed made sure that the nano was a symbol of innovation, not just a symbol of profit. Mr. Tata didn't just stumble upon this clarity. It was a result of the timeless understanding of these principles, much like those that have been outlined by Chanakya. Another famous philosophy of Chanakya is the concept of Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed. Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed translates to negotiation, incentivization, punishment, and division. Have you ever asked your parents to let you go out with your friends? Let me tell you how you can use the concept of Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed here. Sam, which translates to negotiation or reaching a consensus, in this case you could say, please let me go. I'll be super responsible, I promise. Dam is rewarding their compliance with you. I'll do extra chores for a month. How about that? If they still don't listen, you can go with Dand. Now please don't use this with your parents, it's just a suggestion. Dand would be, please let me go. Oh, you're not letting me go? I won't talk to you for a whole week. And if that doesn't work, the strategy of Bhed, or creating strategic divisions. This is the ultimate power. Bhed would be, in this case, please let me go. Oh, my other friend's parents already allowed them to go. And that's it. You used an ancient Indian diplomatic strategy to convince your parents, and it still works. The life skills you get from this: resourcefulness and strategic thinking. Now, let's talk about buildings. Please don't leave the auditorium just yet. It'll be interesting, I promise. Let me take you to Europe, where architecture isn't just beautiful, it's purposeful. Specifically, let me take you to the Notre Dame Cathedral. It's not just a marvel of height and stability. It's inspired sustainable design techniques that researchers have been trying to recreate even today. Another such example is the Roman aqueducts. These Roman aqueducts have been used for centuries to transport water across vast distances, laying the foundation for modern-day plumbing. Why is this important, you ask? 2 billion people globally face the challenge of water scarcity. Imagine using these sustainable techniques. We won't just be creating sustainable water systems. It'll be something much deeper than that. The last example I'd like to give you is the Pantheon. It was built with self-healing concrete. You heard me right. Self-healing concrete. Concrete which quite literally repairs itself. And it still stands strong after 2,000 years. The magic of this? Today, researchers are trying to recreate this to save millions in maintenance costs by creating roads and buildings that repair themselves. Well, enough of that. Let me take you to the Colosseum and the Acropolis. Imagine telling a Roman gladiator that where he once fought against wild animals is now a venue for rock concerts. You heard me right. AC/DC, one of the world's biggest bands, has performed in the Colosseum. And in the Acropolis, concerts by the famous pianist and singer Yanni have taken place. This just goes to show that sculptures once created for battle and combat are now being used as a testament to culture and creativity. Now, last but definitely not the least, let me take you over to Japan, specifically the Japanese 5S system. The 5S system: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain, is an effective workplace organization method. This just goes to show that cleaning your workplace every morning can have such big successes. Technological giants, tech giants now, today, have credited the 5S system for streamlining their operations and boosting their efficiency, while one of the biggest Silicon Valley startup has credited 5S for reducing their production errors by up to 30%. Cool, right? Imagine walking into your history class and learning so much more than just dates. Imagine using these ancient strategies to solve modern-day problems. How cool would that be? Because then we'd actually feel like learning this history. We'd not just be memorizing it, we'd be living in it. Won't that be a history class worth attending? When history is taught to us as a toolkit, we learn 3 essential skills: resilience, critical thinking, and adaptability. 3 core skills required in today's world. When we're taught history, it needs to be taught in a holistic way. A study by Harvard's Zero Project proved that students who are exposed to history through empowering narratives and through a lens of innovation have greater confidence and problem-solving skills. Yuval Noah Harari rightly said, "We live in a world that was made by history." So why are we only teaching our students about what was destroyed? Let's teach them about what was created. Because after all, our past holds the solutions to today's challenges. The only question is, will we unlock this past or leave it buried under the sands of time? Thank you.